The study tours last for 4 days, usually starting on a Tuesday and ending on a Friday evening, and this year there were 3 venues. First of all, Antwerp in Belgium, Malta, the island of the Mediterranean, and Barcelona, obviously the big city in Spain. And the purpose of the tours really are twofold. The first is to reinforce what's been taught on the course at Cranfield. An example of that is the Nike distribution centre in Belgium. The students learn about that on the course, but it's nice for them to go and see the operations firsthand, and that reinforces, as I said, what happens at Cranfield. Then secondly, it gives them the opportunity to experience different logistics and supply chain operations in an international context. An example of this is where they go to Playmobil in Malta, which is a German-owned company, major manufacturer of plastic toys, and there they see injection moulding operations, very high-tech operations using lean manufacturing techniques together with robotics for quality control, and they get first-hand experience of how that operation works.
I really liked how we started out visiting a manufacturing company. We saw how they handled things internally. Then we went on to a distribution center that showed us how they ship the finished goods via road or rail or the inland waterways. Then we went on to a barge, traveled up the waterways, ended in the port of Antwerp, and in a way we got to see how the whole supply chain actually works, which was great and very beneficial.
Well, I went to Antwerp for my study tour. One of the key reasons I went really was the companies that they provided. So I got to go around Nike distribution centre, I got to see Procter & Gamble and the Antwerp port. So really I chose this study tour primarily because of that reason. And I lived in Brussels last year, so I've been to Antwerp on social occasions and seen the city, but I really chose it to see what was behind it and the port facilities and that. And yeah, that was the key reasons really. And I had the chance to stay over in Brussels afterwards for a week as a break from the thesis. So it really led nicely into that, and coupled with the companies, yeah, it seemed the best option for me really.
The study tour, which is an integral part of the course, takes place in term 3 just after Easter. Feedback from the students tells us that it's a very valued part of the course in the sense that it provides them with an opportunity to witness at first hand logistics and supply chain operations, and also to ask managers of those operations questions about their experiences and how they manage those systems. So it gives them real life experience in the real world.
It was a very good experience. It was a really good mixture of social time and some learnings from the companies that was very relevant to what we're studying.
There is a gap that you feel when you study something academically and you think of how you can apply it in real life, in real business. The gap tends to confuse you whether what you've learned is practical or is it on the right lines of the industry trends. This study tour introduced us to a few aspects that we were imagining and we never knew were right or wrong. And after this study tour, I'm pretty sure that what we were taught in Cranfield was very close to reality. And it definitely reassures me that my decision for Cranfield and what I expected from this 1 year of study was what I got. So it was a brilliant experience, and well, it just gave me the learning that I needed for that assurance, balancing that academic and that practical.
I gained 2 things really from the study tour. The first thing was the chance to see all these facilities in action. I've learnt about it in the classroom and learnt the theories behind all the different things, such as the freight containers in ports and distribution centres, but I've never really seen them in detail. So that was one of the key things I really learnt from the tour, and also the mix between the work and the social aspects of it. We organised a few social events ourselves to do in Antwerp and went for a meal, and it was nice to really mix going to see the companies and learning off the professionals, but also get closer as a group and get more together. So I really enjoyed the tour, and I think I learnt a lot as well.
Well, the arrangements that were made for our entire tour, from our travel to our accommodation to our food experiences, our professors, the students we went with, all our colleagues, the social activities we did in the evenings, all put together, it was one of a kind. It was a one of a kind experience, definitely.